on vengeance. What is going on, my fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponsard channel. Thank you guys so much for looking on this thumbnail here today. Hope you guys enjoy your stay. Let's get into the movie review out of the way. Because today, you guys, you may have guessed from the cold open of this video, or you clicked on this thumbnail for a good reason. We're finally going to be talking about The Batman. That's right, you guys. I finally saw this film. I saw this in theaters with my dad, because he's a huge Batman fanatic. And this movie is amazing. I don't really feel like I need to go on. Bye, everybody. Oh, you guys want more? Okay. Well, this movie was directed by Matt Reeves and stars Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne / Batman. And we got a great cast of other talents. We got Colin, Farrell, Paul Dano, Zoe Kravitz, Turturro. Like, the list goes on and on. Jeffrey Wright, Andy Serkis, Zazie Beetz. I can't even, dude. Like, does this even prove to you, like, how good this movie is going to be? When the Riddler, played by Paul Dano, a sadistic serial killer, begins murdering key political figures in Gotham, Batman, played by Robert Pattinson, is forced to investigate the city's hidden corruption and question his family's involvement. So again, guys, I saw this movie with my dad in theaters because he's a big Batman fan. So I figured, why not go with him to see The Batman? And he enjoyed the movie for the most part. He didn't love it like I did, but I will definitely tell you guys how much I love this movie and why I think it's better than The Dark Knight. Sorry, Smooth J Stew, but we're going to get all of this out of the way, guys. I'm going to try to keep it spoiler free because I will plan on doing a spoiler stream sometime this week. So anyways, guys, let's begin. Just giving all of my love to The Batman. First off, these shots. These camera shots in this movie are freaking phenomenal. Especially with that main trailer at the end of the trailer where you see Batman walking towards the Penguin and basically it's like an upside down shot. Chef's kiss, dude. That is just chef's kiss written all over it, man. Like, that is what you call a perfection shot. And it is just gorgeous to look at. And this movie, like, what I also really love about this film is it's not just a Batman movie. This is basically kind of like a crime investigative story, where it's not like you're just focused on Batman. You're also focused on these people that are trying to uncover the secrets of the Riddler, basically these murders that he's committing in Gotham City. So basically, you know what you're getting into when you watch this film. Like, my dad was actually, one of his complaints about this movie, which he told me on the ride home, that he said that there wasn't like too much action. There was a lot more drama, which I felt like that was honestly kind of the whole point of the film. But here's the thing. We don't just want a Batman movie where it's just full-on Batman action sequences. Like, that's not what we want. We wanted to tell a good, like, story in some ways. Like, you know, telling a detective story and, you know, this, like, what's going on, like while they're trying to figure out the murders and, like, these riddles that the Riddler is basically giving his victims. Which is something that I love about this movie. Like, they're so clever. Like, just really looking at it, I'm like, huh. Interesting enough. Like it just gets me sold, like, right on, dude. Especially that opening scene of the film. Which, no spoilers, of course. But I was like, I already am loving this movie. And now, let's get on with these performances. And like, you know, I want to talk about these performances. First off, I want to talk about Colin Farrell for a second as the Penguin. Perfect prosthetic work that was brought into his character. Like, the prosthetic makeup that he is given for this movie, that is amazing. Like, you can tell that the makeup team really wanted it to make it so, like, it's the actual Penguin, like, of the Batman comics, and not just feel so cartoonish in some ways, like Danny DeVito's was. And also, I mean, he's funny. Like, he got quite a bit of crack-ups for me in the theater. Like, he was actually really funny. Like, I wasn't expecting him to be that funny. I kind of expected him to be, like, this more menacing character to Batman. But he was hilarious, actually. I wasn't expecting that at all. And also Paul Dano as the Riddler. Talk about menacing characters. Like, this dude doesn't even show his face for, like, a majority of this movie. And for good reason. Like, he keeps this mask on to protect, so that way he doesn't show himself. That's what I call that is a menacing character if I could ever see one. Like, my God, this dude, he really gave me goosebumps when I was watching this movie. And that's another thing I like about this movie, is that it's not just, you know, just a crime thriller. It's dark, and the villain of this, like, the villains can honestly give you can give you chills. Just like the Riddler. The Riddler gave me chills. And, like, what he was doing, and, like, the videos that were shown in this movie, like, for what the Riddler was doing, I just thought that was, like, whoa. Just mind-blowing to me, and the way that it was done by Matt Reeves' direction, which I gotta give credit to Matt Reeves where it's due. He is a phenomenal director. Like, credit where it's due to him, because, like, he has not made a bad movie at all. Look at, like, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and Cloverfield even. Like, this dude is amazing at his craft. And I think with the Batman, I think he has made his best movie yet. It is such a well-crafted film. And just like I said, those shots with this film, especially with Batman, I'm just like, wow. Like, my mind is just blown from this. And also, let's talk about Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle / Catwoman. Great addition to this movie. Like, I mean, yes, I mean, there might be times where it's like, you almost don't want to root for this character at times, because she's basically kind of trying to take matters into her own hands, while Batman's clearly trying to help her. It works for me. It just works perfectly. And Selena Kyle or Zoe Kravitz really, really does a great job of portraying this character. Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, great in this movie. Andy Serkis as Alfred, again, great. But I saved the best for last right here. Let's talk about Mr. Robert Pattinson as our lead character, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. Now, I had my doubts on Robert Pattinson at first when I first heard that he was officially casted as Bruce Wayne / Batman for this movie. I had my doubts at first. But when I watched the trailers for this movie, he gave me hope. Like, I was hoping he would be a good Batman. Like, this dude has proven himself that he can act outside of Twilight. Because Twilight, we don't talk about that stuff. But with films like Good Time, Tenet, and The Rover, and all those other good movies, like The Lighthouse even, Pattinson has proved he can act. Like, outside of Twilight, where he's just this, like, romantic vampire that just doesn't really do anything, here, he really gets his time to shine, and he is phenomenal in this movie. Like, my God, he was amazing in this movie. This might be my favorite Batman performance to date, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I prefer him over Christian Bale. I even like him more than Ben Affleck, if I'm going to be honest. I love Ben Affleck and I love Christian Bale. But I think Robert Pattinson does a lot more with what he's given. Like, he does a lot more with his character. And I feel like that was kind of the purpose of Batman. Like, he even shows that Batman, like, he really shows what the true character of Batman is. Like, it is just picture perfection to me. Like, I just I loved Robert Pattinson in this movie, and him as Bruce Wayne, like, he is amazing at nailing both sides of the character of Bruce Wayne / Batman. He does great with both sides of his character. And I have to give Pattinson credit where it's due. I mean, I'd even give this dude a round of applause for taking on this character. And, oh man, he was excellent as this character. And I really, like, I know that they're kind of setting up a sequel for this, kind of as a mild spoiler. But when he comes back to play Batman, I'm sold, dude, because he is a phenomenal Batman. And I really don't have any issues with this movie, like, but if I were to nitpick one thing about this film, and it's not really, I'm not going to downgrade this film just for that. I do think it is a little slow at times, but I'm not going to downgrade this movie just for that, because this is possibly my favorite Batman film of all time. Pattinson is great as the character. There's great, like, dark scenes in this movie that almost make it feel like a horror movie. And not to mention, Pattinson makes Batman intimidating. Like you do not want to come near this guy. Like, that is something that I love about this film, is that he makes Batman intimidating. Again, dude, I cannot praise the Batman enough. This film, I think, is the best Batman film of all time. And possibly now, my favorite superhero film ever made. The Batman is just that great of a film. With great performances, great special effects, great action sequences too. I cannot forget about those action sequences. The action sequences are phenomenal. Great direction, great cinematography, and some great twists and turns that go along with this movie. I love this film. What else do I really need to say about this movie? It is just utterly awesome, and I almost just want to go see it again, like, right now. And of course, I'm going to give The Batman an A+. Freaking awesome movie. Like, I was going to just go in expecting a good Batman movie. I wasn't expecting on the level of what I got out of this movie. Freaking phenomenal. If you guys did not get a chance to see The Batman yet, please go see it. It is absolutely worth your time. My favorite film of the year so far. And I cannot wait to see what else Robert Pattinson has up his sleeve. And I also just cannot wait to see this film again at some point. But obviously, this is all my opinion, of course. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of The Batman. Is this your favorite Batman film of all time? Is this, like, your favorite portrayal of the character? Sound of as much as you like down in the comments below, because I love talking about movies with you guys and also discussing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you love discussing movies with me as well. Hit that notification bell right next to it as well, because you can get notified of every single future upload I have here on the channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, also make sure to smash that thumbs up as well, because it's very beneficial for me to get my content out there. And look forward to more great content here on the channel very, very soon. Again, I'm still trying to get my Candyman series here to come up here fairly soon, because, you know, I've been very busy. And yeah, I want to get my Candyman series up as soon as I can. And also, you guys, we got some really good, great new releases here coming out here in the month of March. We got Turning Red and The Atom Project hitting streaming services next week, which I will be talking about those. Don't worry, I will be talking about those. But anyways, guys, y'all are the best. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.